Brand new banger. Brand new banger.
It's Knucklehead Comics Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. Like, not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
Randall Savage.
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings and you put it in some sauce and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk. Put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios. Vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right. Look at his
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, if it's right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! That's right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Brand new banger.
Yo, it is fucking Tuesday night, and you know what that means? It's Knucklehead Comics. We are in the building. What's going on, Cap?
Not much. Cabs can't make it, so he's here in spirit. Ray can't make it, so he's here in spirit. Lay's here in spirit. We sitting in a fucking cemetery of fucking spirits.
Oh, Agatha all along. It was Agatha. But shit, man, yeah. Speaking of the spirit, you got the touch. We got some shit to talk about. Apparently, they just said Clayface is gonna be in the James Gunn animated series. What up, normal guy? Normal guy first, like always.
What's up, man?
Doing his thing in the ring and shit.
For anybody who doesn't know, Alec Tunic, as you see the crawl. Is this the first time we had the crawl?
Yes.
So this is the first time for us having the news crawl.
Yeah.
And Alec Tunic is, if anybody's seen Dodgeball, Pirate Steve. If anybody's seen Serenity, he's the pilot. I'm a leaf on the wind. He's done a whole bunch of other shit.
The pilot Steve?
The pirate. And Dodgeball?
Okay, yes, okay.
He's a good actor. I like him.
Oh, yeah.
He's actually the voice of the robot in iRobot.
Oh.
And I believe the voice of the chicken in Moana.
Okay, the more you know. Speaking of the more you know, we're gonna go into a very cheesy joke. I changed all my passwords to Kenny. Now I have all Kenny logins. All right. That was in the group chat when I'm looking shit up. So,
Dude, you are in the danger zone.
yes.
Cutting it footloose. And those are the
Shit.
only two songs I know from Kenny Loggins.
Well, the good thing for you is that you don't need to know all the songs from Kenny Loggins because we have a special guest tonight that actually wrote all of Kenny Loggins' songs, and that is Lay is in the building. What's going on, Lay?
Oh yeah.
You want to talk about Kenny Loggins? That's the man right there.
And what is up, man?
Oh shit, he can't hear us. Oh shit.
You know, it wouldn't be us if there were no technical fucking difficulties.
Well, good thing we prepared for this by not having anything prepared for this. So that's always the first step.
Uh, uh, but tonight we're gonna be talking about Denzel joining the MCU. He doesn't think it's a big deal, but I mean it's fucking Denzel, so it is kind of a big deal. Screen Rant put out a list of 10 characters that he could potentially be playing. We're gonna go over them, talk about them. There was also a list of I don't even know if I still have it, but there was a list of DC fighters, which I know Lay would appreciate.
Fuck me sideways.
Oh, we can hear you, Lay. Yeah, what else we got? Star Wars news. Simon Kinberg doing a new trilogy. They're getting rid of the Rey movie. They want to make Rey the focal point, like Obi-Wan going forward, even though she had nothing to do. And tell me something. Would you be standing in the middle of Harlem wearing a sign that said that? What's funny is Toe's muted. I can hear him laugh through the wall.
Yeah, I would be, but that's the difference. Like Zeus, stick a lightning bolt up your ass. You know?
Oh, there's another fucking what do you call it? Sony is in talks or thinking about buying the company that oversees an animation studio and the video game company From Software, which did Elden Ring, Armored Core, Bloodborne, Dark Souls. So if that is true, and if it happens, and if it goes through, we might be looking at the knuckleheads, at least me and Toe, going to PlayStation and forbidding Xbox. Because Xbox would truly have nothing, and PlayStation would have all the games.
Word. What'd you do, Lay?
There we go.
All right. I hear background noise, so I was like, Lay did something.
Oh yeah. That was like, what the hell?
All right, so wait, who bought PS5?
So Sony is looking at buying, I think that's called Katakawa. It is the entertainment company in Japan that they do a whole bunch of animes, books, magazines, but they own From Software. It's the video game company that makes Elden Ring
Okay.
and all the other games I just listed. If that's true, Elden Ring might become PlayStation exclusive or any From Software game, which means more than likely, if we ever want to play a video game again, we'd have to switch over to PlayStation. Because even Xbox's dumbass, they're getting all their exclusives and giving them to PlayStation. So there's going to be no reason to buy an Xbox.
That
Oh, there goes competition right out the window.
Yeah. So now that $1,000 fucking slightly more HD PlayStation is going to be $2,000 for slightly more fucking
PlayStation.
10Ks.
That's tough.
It's the world we live in, man. Everybody is like, oh, capitalism, capitalism. Yeah, until they buy up all the small shit, until they all start merging because 1 billion's not enough. And now you're stuck in a place where not to say that the WWE is bad or anything, but as wrestling fans here, your three options for your three companies is you either watch SmackDown, Raw, or NXT. It's all the same fucking company.
That's what they say, but they don't know that for sure. They have to guess.
If anybody wondering on a personal level, this is a preview. This is the shirt I'm going to be wearing to PAX next month.
Nice, nice.
Hoping to get a game of D&D. There's a whole story as to why this shirt in particular, but that's for another day. Anybody else got any news, or do you still need?
I don't know if you guys have been following the absolute storyline in comics, and I thought there was gonna be shit. I remember, not gonna lie to you, I was like, oh, here we go. So the Batman, I love the Batman design. I just didn't know the story. I wasn't a fan of the Wonder Woman design or the Superman, but each story grounds every character, even Wonder Woman, which in a weird way is weird because she's an Amazon, slightly demigod level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my favorite, which is no surprise, is ground level, is Batman because Batman. A little spoiler alert. Read it. It's not going to do much for you guys. Batman is no longer rich.
Ooh.
Yeah, Batman is not rich. Batman is a ground level guy, a blue collar individual. I won't tell you his job. I won't tell you any more of that. But he is an absolute fucking unit of a human being.
Hold on.
You thought our Batman was something, and the Batman Returns was something in the comics. Nah, don't fuck
Let
with
me
this
guess.
dude.
Yeah. Let me guess.
This dude is a beast.
This Batman, his real name's Clarence, and he lives at home with both parents.
I mean, and he's and there's an interesting twist with his role gallery, right? Like when you start reading it and you start understanding it, because I read it first before I saw anything on it, and I was like, oh shit, okay, I like where they're going with this. His Batmobile, another fucking unit, if I can call it that. But this Batman is definitely very much not what we are used to in any way.
So this
Out
is
of one out of the 7 Batman storylines they have going as usual, this is my favorite right now.
so is this like DC's answer to the Marvel's Ultimates comic run?
I want to say yes, but I also want to say no in a big way because the way they set everything up is not because in the Ultimates they pretty much kind of villainized some people and did in others. You know what I mean? They kind of made some guys, and this one it's literally just a completely different take on all 3 of them. The Trinity,
Okay.
a completely negative take on the Trinity, a completely different from Lois to the way Wonder Woman was brought up.
All right. So
Completely different.
so this is only about the Trinity as opposed to the Ultimates, which is just a retake of the whole universe.
So right now they're focused on the Trinity. From my understanding, is what I've read and understood is they're ultimately going to, upon intended, ultimately gonna expand on everybody else. But they're going to start with the core 3 and then like kind of go from there. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
it's going to be really interesting to see this Batman meet those 2 others, and him even give a shit about the other two because of the way he was brought up. But I feel like this is one of those moments where this Superman and this Batman connect more than they did before because of their backgrounds. Like I said, you start to read it, and I'm telling you, it's fun, it's interesting. The Rose Gallery is it's just dope all around, man. I've never been more excited about reading a next comic book than I have been with the Max Punisher series. I'm not
Shit.
gonna lie to you, and
That's
that's my
fucking
favorite
high
of all time.
praise.
Absolutely. I've never been ready to read the next chapter. I'm like, all right, what are you doing next? I gotta get that. I gotta get that. So I'm really hyped about it. Especially, my thing is Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman in that order, and just because Batman's new background, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I would highly recommend everybody to read that. Get the first one. Don't look at anything online. Don't read anybody's review of it. Read it for yourself. Read the second one for yourself, and then just go from there because you're gonna enjoy. They have the two first Batman ones out, if I'm not mistaken, and one in one for Wonder Woman and Superman, like their first retellings. So I would highly recommend getting those. Read them and get ready to anticipate the next couple of ones because it's gonna be fun.
Okay. Yeah.
I got all right. I'll definitely give those a look because I also want to look at this new revamped Ultimates shit. I heard
Yeah.
they're doing some crazy shit over there too. So
Oh yeah. 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 Oh, another fun one has to be the Predator Wakanda one.
I heard that was good.
That is sensational. Out of all the places for the Predators to land, and straight up and off the strength of, even if I tell you it's off of the strength of vibranium, it's not going to ruin anything for you. You know what I mean? Where does it make the most sense? What metal do they would want the most as
Yeah.
hunters? As any warrior, vibranium. Only problem is they came knocking at the wrong door.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? These cats ain't the dudes in '87. They're not Danny Glover. They're not all these cats. Pray put up a great fight. Props to that movie. Love that movie. Fun fact: the next movie that they do, the Badlands one, the Predators are actually the protagonists. They're actually the good
Yeah.
guys. That's interesting. I kind of
I
like where
wonder
that's
how
going.
that's gonna
At
work.
first, I didn't like it, but I was like, oh, okay, I like that.
We got a little bit of a taste of that in a movie that is bad, but not so bad that we can't name it. And the first AVP.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes. It's one of. I mean, that's one I personally. The reason I don't like is because the story could have been so much better, easier with just having the Space Marines, which would have made the most sense. Follow the aliens, those Marines, with these predators. You know what I mean? Not the super black predator, which is so racist, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Fun times. Um, you know what I mean? But yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, very interesting. Wakandans versus. Oh, by the way, also another fun one: Predator versus Wolverine. Because if you read the new comic line, you see the history they had before. Also, I'm like, yo, we've met before. I met one of
Oh,
y'all before. So yeah, yeah, guys, I'm telling you, there's a lot of comics coming in, both Marvel and DC, that are sensational. So right now, I'm telling you, is a Wakanda Predator versus Wolverine, and then Absolute Batman first, Absolute Wonder Woman second, Absolute Superman third. Superman and Wonder Woman are one in, Batman is two in. Enjoy for every comic book nerd. You're gonna love the fact that, I mean, at least in my humble opinion, the way they took them, the way it's so different. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful way to like, you know how the DC, we always joke about DC always reboots every like 5 years.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They always we got to start over again. Crisis situation. In this one, if they keep going the route with every other superhero this way, because they already have another like Justice League thing going on where all the powers switched, and I find it kind of interesting, but not that interesting. But this one, Elseworld story wise, if this absolute thing is how I feel it's gonna go, I can't wait for them to do Green Lantern. I can't wait for them to do Aquaman. I can't wait for them to do Martian Manhunter. if they stick to the core Justice League guys, oh, I can't wait for the Flash.
Oh
It
yeah.
should be fun. It should be fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. That was just, I've been stuck in my head and my heart for the longest, and I'm like, I got to get on here and I got to tell them about it. Everybody out there, please read that. It's so much fun.
Ah, shit. That dude. That's been a part that's been missing here.
Mhm.
Lord knows I haven't. I know a little bit about a little bit, but I haven't been keeping up like that.
Yeah, it's it's interesting because though you never expect the way they did it, the dynamics of it, to still do two things: fit Batman's usual talents, and now the way he is. You know what I mean? It's like it keeps Batman, but it also changes Batman. Same thing with Superman and Wonder Woman. It keeps them, but then it also is very interesting how they're like, yo, this is still them, but it's not them. This is a new them. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then the Wakanda and Predator is just fun. The
Yeah,
Wolverine and Predator. Come on now. It's Wolverine versus Predator. I mean, who hasn't? This is a superpower beatdown about that.
Yeah.
How much fun isn't that? You know what I mean? It's
Who's
the ultimate
who's
hunter.
the Panther in Wakanda versus Predator?
Yeah. What?
Who's the Panther? Is it T'Challa?
No, it's T'Challa.
Oh.
They had come down before apparently, and I think were mildly defeated, or they literally like overpassed Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? But now, and it's funny because in the story there's like a battle between the predators themselves because predators are predators. There's
Yeah.
classes. You know what I mean? But there's that, and then the interesting is Wakanda's literally just stuck in the middle of a like fight. You know what I mean? But Wakanda's like, well, you come down here, get ready. You want vibranium, we run vibranium. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's gonna be hilarious to see the Predator come down with a shoulder cannon, and somebody look at him like such a primitive weapon, like, and pull out some weird shit. Like,
Yeah,
What
yeah.
did you
Like I
get
said,
that from? 1984.
that was like something from '87 we seen somewhere.
Word.
And I was telling somebody, I was like, that's what I love when movies reference other movies. Like Predators goes
Yeah.
Guatemala '87 when the girl says it. I was like,
Yeah.
woo! All right, let's do it. You know what I mean? Just like I just saw the actual Foley movie. Joe knows this,
Yeah.
and he said, "Yo, have you read your jacket? You know what I'm saying? Have you read you being here in Beverly Hills? Holy shit!"
No.
They
Yeah.
literally emphasize the first two and they gloss over three.
Yeah. This part 3 is
Yeah. But Eddie still got it.
Yeah.
It was a fun movie to watch. I was highly entertained, and I can't wait for them to do another one with Netflix after he does his comedy special.
yeah.
I can't wait. It's gonna be fun, man.
That'd be dope.
Unfortunately, Taggart passed away.
Yeah.
John Austin, rest in peace to that gentleman.
Yeah.
It was great to see them in the car together. Oh man, I was so nostalgic over that. I saw that, and then I got sad after that because I was like, "Oh shit, that's right."
Yeah.
But yeah, man, fun times.
Shit. But so sometimes I go over what we put in the group chat, all those newses and shit.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So Cress Williams, that's the guy that played Black Lightning, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Apparently he's gonna star as the Lion in the Eyes of Wakanda, releasing in August. So the Lion is another African hero, or is he?
I think if I'm mistaken, I think it's a villain. I didn't really look through it. I just put it up there because I was like, "Yo, this is interesting." You know what I mean? And it's just keeping the cast African American, which you should.
Yeah.
It is in Africa. You can't whitewash that. Then again, they did the Great Wall will walk with Matt Damon, so you can't not say that.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I don't know if he's an enemy or I don't know if he's if he's a ally. I'm not sure. Because I know Denzel's gonna be in the next one. Apparently, I hope
So
for
apparently,
everything that he's Marvel.
according to Marvel Cinematic Universe fandom, his Biography to be added, personality to be added, his powers and ability to be added, his relationships to be added.
What?
They just know that he's gonna be in Eyes of Wakanda, and his code
There you
name
go.
is Lion.
There he goes, just
He,
lying.
he is alive. That's his status, and he's a male.
He's a live male lion.
Yeah, that's a human.
Okay, that's what we're
Yeah.
doing.
There you go, and we got that. We got that one down.
We're there. We're there.
Word.
We're
Doctor
there.
Strange 3. Yo,
I have
which
no faith in that.
that has to be either the hugest turnaround, and we're not gonna talk about part 2, or or get the fucking the hot stones ready because we're going for yoga, baby. We're gonna stretch all this shit out. But apparently, it will feature Tom Hiddleston as God Loki. So
Yeah. He's gonna be in it as. I mean, I have after whatever was supposed to be madness, which was mildness, and even less than that. I don't want to see another Doctor. I want to see Doctor Strange in an ensemble thing, and I love Benedict. Yeah, I want Benedict Cumberbatch back as Sherlock.
yeah,
I don't want him back as Doctor Strange. I love Doctor Strange. I love the character, but I just don't want to because they
Yeah.
don't do him justice.
it seems like Doctor Strange will make better as a Hulk type character than his own movie. Because you notice he's always the person who bridges the gap between the Infinity Stones, the multiverse, or something. Every time they need something to bridge the gap between the main storylines of shit, Doctor Strange.
Yeah, so I completely agree. Yeah.
And I want to know how they handle God Loki and Doctor Strange, because does he not interfere with anything else? Like, is this gonna set the rules for what God Loki can do? Because
I mean, he's holding the timeline together, so
yeah, he's like the tree of life
literally the
now.
one holding the timeline together. So it should be it has to do something with the timeline. I mean, because Doomsday Avengers and all that shit does. It would you see, if Jonathan Major's not fucked up, it would have made more sense with Thing, with King the Conqueror, because he's all about the timelines.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, but he had to, be a human and have interactions with people, and those interactions had to been recorded, and it fucked it up for everybody. Which, to be honest with you, with the way Ant-Man went, and everybody was so disappointed in Ant-Man, I don't think they would have had much momentum going into the next Avengers movie. Unless they had some crazy shit happening and everything got fucked up. Maybe Blade. It was like, yo, the biggest thing we had was Kang the Conqueror. He was going to pull Blade into the future. Now we don't know how we're going to do it. And Mahershala Ali's like, you know what? I'm going to be a mummy. Oh, no, I'm going to go after dinosaurs. It's more realistic. Something. But yeah, speaking of that, they canceled Blade, right? I'm not bugging. They canceled Blade.
They have a new script coming out.
Oh, because
Yeah.
they're talking about Mahershala Ali's Blade will reportedly train Kit Harington's Dane Whitman to wield the Ebony Blade and become the Black Knight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, how the fuck is he gonna do that? They can't even make a fucking movie. That's crazy. We know Blade's gonna train him, but we just can't make a movie to show you that.
Yeah, for Blade, yeah.
Yeah.
We can't see Blade
Because
wielding his sword.
yes,
Yeah.
because statistically, and I heard this from people that are high up, that some people may think they run the country, but I heard from them that this is actually the first ever movie to be written, produced, recorded, edited, and distributed in the world, in history. And that's why it's so hard for them to make it. Because it's unprecedented. They've never done this before, especially with a character like Blade. They never did it before, so that's why it's so hard to do. This is what I'm hearing. And this is so once they get it down, they get something down, just the more and more times they're gonna do it, the better it's gonna become.
Yeah,
And then we're about the graphics. because they were planning on really killing people, but they figured out a way that you could kill someone without actually having to kill the person playing the character.
So one of my favorite things about the delay of this is that they, for some reason, they wanted to do in the 1920s, right? This is one
Yeah.
of. Meanwhile, uh, both Ryan Coogler and also Christopher Nolan are also making two movies about vampires in that same era.
Yes.
Why in the blue fuck is Blade, who we've seen in the modern era, both in a TV show and a live action movie, in the 1920s?
Just because the other two people made that movie first doesn't mean that they still didn't copy Blade.
Well,
See,
look at that.
yeah, he's pissed
That's how
now.
mad it is. He is breaking shit.
Now I'm mad at you, Sauce.
So, if Ryan Coogler shows us anything, is that it is impossible to write, direct, produce, and have a movie about black people and vampires come to the theater. It is impossible. He has shown us that. So, I mean, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. There's
And
nothing you.
what's even more fucked up, you're wasting Mahershala Ali. You're wasting Mia Goth. You're wasting the dude who played Kit Harington, or Kit Harington is his name, right?
Supposedly,
Yeah, that's in it.
if that is his real name.
Like, and then as we've seen just on the ticker there, then you want to get the girl who's playing Snow White, who's trying her damnedest to ruin that movie by talking shit about it. That you want to put her in the MCU, but you can't do nothing with these three immensely talented fucking actors and actresses.
You know how it is, man.
Because this is the first time that a black man's gonna lead a superhero movie about a black man that's half vampire, half human, going around killing vampires because he's trying to get revenge for his mom. It's never been done before, Cap. They wanted to do it in the 90s, but Wesley Snipes said, I gotta go to jail. So they held it off for 30, 40 years, and now it's hard. This role was specifically for Wesley, and since he turned it down, and it's never been done before, they can't rewrite it for another black. It's so hard to understand about it. I don't
Yeah.
get it. No one gets it, but
Right. As we're talking shit about Hollywood and how stupid they seem to be with their inability to do shit. You guys heard that they are now teaming Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio
Mm-hmm.
to do a new Karate Kid.
Yes, yes, sir.
And I'm like, all right, but you have Cobra Kai, and apparently they're not doing anything with William Zabka. So
Mm.
this isn't gonna come direct. This isn't gonna be directly off of the Cobra Kai show. This is just gonna be a melding of the Karate Kid and the mistitled Kung Fu Kid, because that
Very
was not
true.
karate, which he learned in that movie.
Very true. Very true.
yes.
And I think Jackie Chan is playing Mr. Miyagi.
No, he should play the character he played in Kung Fu Kid.
Which was Mr. Miyagi.
Was he? He wasn't Mr. Miyagi in Kung Fu Kid.
Yeah, he was.
Hold up. Let's.
Right?
Mr. Han. He was Mr. Han.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, look.
I remember hearing the
look,
name
Cap.
Mr. Miyagi. I'm about to go, wait.
Look. Let me tell you something. Just because you have two very good Karate Kid movies from the 80s and an awesome reboot series that started in YouTube and went to Netflix about those two movies, does not mean people want to see a new movie based off of what we like. You have to fuck it all up and start from scratch. The Karate Kid has to learn Kung Fu, and he has to fucking fight Muay Thai tournaments. We need Ralph Macchio and someone else to train this kid, so that way Ralph Macchio can get over his fear of Cobra Kai, who's not in the movie. Get it together, Cap. We've never seen that before.
You're
except
right.
for in the TV show.
I'm just reading.
You know, I think when people get together to brainstorm shit and they go, how can we make this better? They go, we don't need to make it better. Why don't we just fuck it all up? And they go, you know something? That sounds like a plan. That sounds like a very good fucking movie. Let's just fuck it all up and throw it out there and call it the Karate Kid.
Yo,
how about that one?
It's that old adage. If it ain't broke, break something so you can fix it.
Yeah. Because they did that with the movie that we should not name in 2004, where the guy turned robotic and it was a cop. They said, let's go against everything that the original story had to go against and call it something different. Why don't we do that? And then the Barian, who was Bar at one time, Jason Momoa played him. They said, fuck it, let's just go at the same time that the fucking he would have existed and just do something different.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, but the synopsis for what is now being labeled or titled Karate Kid Legends. Daniel arrives in Beijing where Mr. Han has been seeking him out.
Okay, so Han is the same guy, unless Han is a different person than not Jackie Chan.
Yeah,
No, he's
but
not professional.
Han would be seeking him out. Who knows? But Han has a new prodigy, Li Fong. The two mentors must collaborate to instruct Li, but it remains to be seen if their instructional approaches are compatible. So we don't know if put on the jacket and paint the fence is the same as wax the car and sweep the floor. Anybody knows if you learn to sweep a floor, it's impossible to paint a fence.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what? You know why I think this is? Because here's the thing. This is the realest shit I'm gonna say. Because the true martial arts technique that is unbeatable is the put to sleep and attack. We'll get into that more tomorrow on the sports show. But put to sleep then attack has won every single fight that has ever been implemented. And we'll get into that tomorrow in the sports show. But that's probably why Jackie Chan is looking at Ralph Macchio going, we need to work on shit because this kid is going to fall asleep eventually. And we need you to fucking crane kick him awake.
Dude,
The crane kick mixed with the snake bite.
Let's not forget.
Fuck it all.
Han taught us. If the
Look
jacket
who decides to show
you
up.
gotta jack it off.
That's
jack
right.
it on, jack it off. That's how you win a fight.
That's right, Ray. Jack it off, Ray. Lay just caught on to what you were saying. Yo, Lay's like, I get 8 hours of this shit with this fucking guy. Why do I need his brother here to fucking more?
Another look at that. The ticker's coming in handy here. Live action How to Train Your Dragon trailer dropped.
Yo, apparently I saw it. It's pretty good. I like it.
I have not seen it yet.
I was highly impressed. Both the kid looks like the cartoon, which is weird. But the special effects looks legit. I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, shit, with the actual fucking Game of Thrones and the new one, House of the Dragons, with them doing all those dragons fucking just those dragons better look fucking real.
Well, I feel like House of the Dragons is a little mislabeled. I was ready for a martial arts movie.
Yeah.
Sorry to be pointed. Just saying.
Yo, you know what's funny? Even people who weren't ready for a martial arts movie feel like that show was mislabeled. They thought it was going to be good.
Well, here's the problem. They spent the entire season coming up to the point where, okay, shit's about to happen. And then they go, do the next season.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was Dragon Ball Z
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
guy making a spirit bomb.
yeah. Because
8
now,
episodes of him just
because literally at the
nobody
end of the
attacking him.
at the end of the last episode, it was, let's go fuck them up. All right. And everybody's on the way. And they go, hi ho. It's off to next season we go. It's going to be 2 years until you're going to see this fucking battle. And then next thing you know, we're going to watch it in pitch black like we did the fucking ending of the Game of Thrones.
Judging by what you just said, I'm surprised Terrence Howard didn't show up, look at a dragon, and go, next time.
Shit. They should.
Absolutely fucking horrendous. Here we go.
I felt the disgust in Lay's voice when you said that.
Yo, I mean, there's kind of good shows out there, and then it's like shit like that.
Oh, here's something late.
Yep,
2 questions.
sure.
Probably 3.
Okay.
1, have you seen Agatha All Alone?
I
2, have you seen The Penguin?
got me and my wife got an episode into it like halfway, and we're like, I didn't finish it. I gotta watch it. I gotta finish it. I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't finish it.
Okay.
It was the first episode was so slow. I was like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's on me. But yeah,
Have you
Haven't.
seen The Penguin?
That's another one. I got away from it.
All right, you and Ray need to hang out with each other.
Actually, we don't, because I'm catching up. I actually watched Daredevil again, so I'm
Another
refreshing my
one.
memory. But I am gonna watch the Penguin now at work and make it weird for everybody. But yeah,
I saw it already, so,
I'll tell you this.
you're in a completely different. You're like 10 feet away.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. You
You
get
wanna
a
be able to
pass.
hear it.
You haven't had to be on here to do a review of the show, so I give you a pass. Unlike Raymond.
Oh shit! He says his own name. That's government out there throwing up.
Yeah, Ramundo.
But I honestly think that despite what you thought of the Batman, I think you would like this show.
It's funny. I'm telling you, the first episode I saw, the first 2 episodes, because I've seen the second one. First of all, still can't believe that's Colin Farrell. I was telling my wife, that's Colin Farrell. And we watched it was like a preview of something we were watching, like, that's Colin Farrell. You don't see it. And I'm a fan of just both him and the Falcone, the daughter.
Oh, Sophia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she
I'm
did
like,
amazing.
yo, she's legit. Like, she's reading through the bullshit. She's on some, like, she was like, interesting. And then when she does that one thing when she's speaking in the meeting, and that one dude comes out of pocket. By the way, I met that guy. Really nice guy. The guy from Jack Ryan. You know what I'm talking about. Cap knows what I'm talking about. Guy from Jack Ryan that he talks out of pocket to her real quick.
Yeah.
And like, you need to apologize. And I'm like, okay. I see where you're at. I see where you're coming from. I see why you were. First of all, I see why you were in prison. You got your motherfucking mind already. But I really enjoy her character. Fun fact, they did that funeral scene literally down the block from where I used to live. They just added buildings. I didn't recognize it. I was like, yo, I know that cemetery. It's 155th. I'm like, yo, I know the cemetery. And I'm looking like, oh, they just added building because that project building you can't get rid of. Which is fun fact. In the second episode, yeah. You know what I'm saying? No, but yeah, I'm in.
You know this dude?
That guy, yeah, him.
Yeah.
He walked in and kissed one day and it was disgusted by the clothes and left.
Dude, I actually saw him the second or third time I went to Comic-Con, waiting in line. And at that time, we had to snake around the building. So we had to, we were literally just lined up in a circle around the Jacob Javits Center. So I'm in the back where the carpool is, and he pulls up, gets out of the car, and is like waiting for his handler. A line full of people. People that recognize him. He's like, hey, what's up, everybody? Took some pictures with people. And then they ushered him in to get set up for his autograph signing and shit. He's a really cool dude.
Yeah, he came in the kiss. He came in and I was like, "Hey man, Jack Ryan, right?" He goes, "Yeah," and then left. Literally, he saw the
Alright.
coach. He was like, "No," he just bounced. I was like, "My man of my own taste." You know what I'm saying? Man of my own taste. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. Yo, we heard that you're the first time, bro. I mean, you doing it again?
That year was for
man.
Tyson.
Not running these games, bro. Not running these games. It's funny because like I said, I rewatched Punisher, right? And I told John, who we work with, like I felt like season 3 was the best written season out of all 3 because it had a little bit of the Frank Miller, more of the Frank Miller comic book run before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Born Again.
Yeah, where Kingpin knows who he is and all that. He finally figures it out. Idiot. Everybody gets it. He finally tells everybody. But the Bullseye, which is in the next one too, I believe.
Yeah, he's in this new one.
Yeah, and everybody's not stealing Charlie Cox's shine. In the second season, John Berthal came in and said, "I own it all." You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I own all of it. Like I'm gonna come in here. This is no longer your series. This is Punisher season 1.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is what it is right now.
I definitely think though that they wanted to, because they knew John Bernthal was going to spin off to his own shit.
Yeah.
They wanted to give him a little more of the shine, but in the third season of Daredevil, they were like, "Oh no, this is about Daredevil."
Yeah.
So he's top billing, and everybody else has got to rise to him.
Yeah, he's front and center. He was front and center. Absolutely, I agree.
Although, I know you will agree with this, Lee. Daredevil and Charlie Cox has never been better than what he was in She-Hulk. see the look of approval?
I'm gonna tell you, Cap, you know I love you to death, right? That's disrespectful, brother. Don't do that again. I love you to death, bro. And a lot of times I'm disagreeing with you. We just have conflicting opinions. Not necessarily agreeing, but that's fucked up. Charlie Cox deserves better than that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that to him. He's done the goddamn thing as Daredevil. Better than Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
No way.
That's like saying I'm a better member of the comic book podcast because I show up more than show.
I
Like
mean,
it's super easy to be
Ben
better.
Affleck was that bad? I thought the director's cut was okay.
The director's cut is okay, but the fact that you have to go to a director's cut that we found on accident,
That's true.
like,
True shit.
like it wasn't publicized and like, hey, here's the movie I really wanted to make. Like he didn't pull a Zack Snyder.
which that was a fucking disappointment and a half. I think Zack Snyder and what's his name, Mako Wakiki, they need to go like to Broadway or some shit. Don't do movies.
Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
No. I heard the end of it. That's when I caught it. I was
Yeah.
like, wait, oh, okay, I know what it is. Yeah, that's right.
Taekwon Jakishi.
Yo,
That motherfucker.
Rebel Moon was bad enough as it is,
Mm-hmm.
and the director's cut made it worse.
Mm-hmm. Really? You talking about Daredevil?
No, talking about Rebel Moon.
Oh, okay, yeah. Good call.
No, the Daredevil director's cut is why I've been okay with the Daredevil movie for the last 20-something years.
Copy that.
That has held me until Charlie Cox came in and showed us, oh, there's an actual good way to play Matt Murdock and Daredevil.
Yeah. You just need someone who actually knows what the fuck is
Give me a
going
second,
on.
I just gotta pause the sound for a moment. The kids legitimately just went to bed. They're asleep now, so I'm just trying to give me a second here.
No problem.
Malam.
Oh, yeah.
How fortuitous, as we're talking about it. as we're talking about, a newly released Daredevil Born Again still features a returning Matt Murdock, Foggy Nelson, Karen Page, which I I've been a fan of Deborah Ann Woll from first seeing her in Daredevil, and then finding out that she runs and plays D&D and following her online. I am super ecstatic that she gets to come back and continue this character, because there was a while where they left her behind, her and Foggy. They weren't going to bring him back at
Yeah.
all. Then they were going to do a different thing where they're going to not gender swap, race swap, and put different people in. And Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox both went up when Kevin Feige went and saw what they were doing. I think they had like the first 4 to 6 episodes done or some shit. He went and saw what they were doing and was like, "Yo, this is not good." That's when D'Onofrio and Cox were like, "Yo, we got it, we have our leverage," and they went in and pushed for this to essentially be the continuation of the Netflix series.
I mean, somebody got to shit. Because if they don't like what the fuck's going on now, imagine what they gonna fucking like later. Shit.
Oh wait, did this thing just say that Alden Ehrenreich is playing Nova?
I don't know. I can't.
Or it might just said that they had news on who he's playing in Ironheart, and then comma plans for Nova. Yeah, this new feature is good for. Yo,
Yeah. Okay.
yo, did you see that shit? Javier Bardem is in a remake of Cape Fear.
Perfect.
There's
Perfect.
plans for Nova post multiverse saga.
That's perfect. No, it's perfect.
So yeah, there's no, and then Wonder Man's role in the next Avengers movies, and more.
Dude, Javier Bardem in Cape Fear, that's gonna be something to watch.
I completely agree with that whole thing.
Yo, look, can he do anything other than his accent though? Because a little bit of what made Robert De Niro so good in his remake of Cape Fear was that Bray Wyatt Southern twang he put. That's gonna be interesting.
What? Did I see Cape Fear?
Probably not.
Probably.
Robert De Niro plays a convicted felon who got out and then torments the family of the lawyer who prosecuted him.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. It was done in the 50s. That was remade in the 80s. It's due.
Yeah, it's one of Robert De Niro's seminal roles.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. I think someone told me to watch.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's on Amazon Prime.
There you go. I was just about to look it up, but you already did. Oh, it looks like you got something else to watch where you guys should be working.
Oh no, you have to buy it for $3.50.
That's rented, right? That's you gotta rent it.
Well, yeah, you rent it for $3.50. You buy it for $15.
Yeah, I got to rent.
Starbucks had a way better deal.
I got to rent the history of, or not history, In a Violent Nature. I still got to see that movie.
Which one?
In a
In a
Violent Nature.
Nature.
Oh, I thought you meant the history of violence.
No, I saw that one. That wasn't too. I didn't like that one too much. But then again, I was overseas So maybe that played a role in it. Movies are different when you go to a theater that's not in your language. It's like the vibe of watching a movie is different when you're sitting with a different culture.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's akin to watching a wrestling show here in the States and then watching a wrestling show in Japan,
Mm.
where they have different things they cheer for and different
Mm-hmm.
times they get rowdy. And
That's true. Yeah.
like I watched Hitch in English in Portugal with Portuguese subtitles, and only the Americans were laughing at the jokes.
Wait, what movie?
Hitch.
Oh, oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah. Wow, that must have been weird.
Yeah, because you could tell that the Portuguese were like, I don't get it. And we're sitting here like, yo, this is hilarious. You gonna call her to tell her you had lunch? Hilarious. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, get out. Yeah.
then the opposite with X-Men 3, The Last Stand. That was in Italy, in Italian, with American subtitles. So you had all the Italians laughing and the Americans like trying to read and catch up. Like, shit. That's the that's the first movie in which I ever went full spoiler on, and we had found a site that leaked the script,
Mm-hmm.
and I just read it. I was like, I was like, I can't find it dubbed in English or played in English, so I might as well just read the shit out because I'm not gonna understand what the fuck's going on. So I was the only one
myself
who,
just try to understand.
yeah, I was the only one who laughed when he said I'm the Juggernaut bitch because I knew what he
Ah,
was saying.
yeah, that's when that clip was hilarious. Said I'm the welterweight champion. I said welterweight champion is one of your calves. Your size, bro. Welterweight champion. Like wait, whoa, whoa, run it back.
Shit. Nah, for real, his helmet is welterweight champion. Fucking
So
juggernaut.
I have very little interest in this new Superman movie coming out soon. Whatever.
Really?
I don't know why it is that I'm like, I am so not a fan of it right now. I mean, I'm not a fan of Superman as a character, but you gotta look forward to the movies at least. I know what it is. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it's about. A part of me is on some. This is like they're recreating the Nicolas Cage version of Superman. You know like what that should have been, and then now we're getting it with some other dude. Like that's what's going through my head.
Real quick, this is why nobody but me laughed in the theater.
Sono la cagna del colosso.
That's what he said. That's I'm the Juggernaut bitch in
Oh my
Italian.
god,
Okay.
it doesn't have the impact.
So
Not at all.
if you don't know what he's saying, it sounds like he's saying I'm Colossus.
That's a sort. I heard that. So Colossus and I'm the Juggernaut bitch are the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I have two Colossuses on my team, Lay. I have Colossus and the Juggernaut bitch Colossus.
You're not
didn't know I knew that.
You're not selling anybody on that, bro. You fucked up. You fucked up. I think, you have him twice on your list. You double down on him.
Yeah. Double down on Colossus.
Clearly,
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, two of them?
He pulled the Chris Jericho and was like, here's my 1,000 list of Avengers. Number 1, Colossus. Number 47, Colossus.
Number 389, Colossus.
Armbar.
Flying armbar. It equates to the same thing, bro. You gotta, no matter what, it's an armbar. If it's flying or not. Okay, whatever. We're doing that. All right, cool.
Oh, how far has Jericho? I know that, again, this is not the wrestling show, but I don't get to jump on too often. But how far did Jericho fall from where he can get anything over to now everybody wishing he was done?
Yo, at one point in the other, you have to recognize, and props to certain guys that just like, yo, I'm done. Yo, go away and be missed and then come back.
Yep.
You've always been here. And I love Jericho more than a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But, dude, you got to go. You
Shit.
should have been gone. You
You
should have
have
won.
to go.
I feel like you should have won that chip, that first inaugural championship, and then left.
Yeah. You can ask Show. I have been a Jerichoholic since day one.
I don't think Show would know that though.
But I said Show.
Yeah.
Wait, fuck it, ask Show. Show's got to know something. Let's start with this. He's got to know something. Ask him if I've been a fan of Jericho since day one.
Tim here.
Show, have you been a fan, Show? Let's see. He was supposed to be back at one point. But
Is
yeah.
Ray still in the chat?
No. Ray's drunk. Ray's drunk in an undisclosed location. Probably. But anyway. Speaking of Ray.
Nipples flicked.
Yeah. Speaking of Ray, this is the perfect segue to who Denzel Washington should play in the MCU.
All right, I got the list right here.
So they say
No Jericho pun intended.
So they say he's gonna be in Wakanada 3. Yo, if Bruce Banner could fucking call it that, I'm gonna call it that. Wakanda 3, Wakanda Forever 3, right? Which I don't think that's the actual title, but that's the title that they're calling it for now.
I think it's Wakanda. This time it's personal.
Okay. Wakanda is a Nakanada for free.
Wakanda is it's my time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wakanda, we have to fit Michael B. Jordan in here somehow. So
Wakanda. Probably the reason Marvel can only make one movie about a black superhero at a time.
word. Okay, so so now with that being said, let's get the people from Wakanda he can play out of the way. Because I have a feeling that this guy is just gonna play like a higher up person that everyone knew about but didn't show up until now. But you know,
Okay. So we're going out of order, and I'm looking up. All right. So he could play, and this guy I've never heard of before. Archibald. He is a deranged and insane Black Panther villain who takes inspiration from the Joker. That's what he
but
looks
yeah,
like.
yeah. We
Which I honestly can't see, but he's actually good at hand-to-hand combat. He's very intelligent, and he helps the demon Mephisto to take the throne of Wakanda at one point.
Mephisto needs to get the fuck out of here.
Yo, Eric Voss has to be right at some point. So that's one dude from Wakanda he could play. He could play. I'm not even going to fucking pronounce it. He could play this.
Oh, that's the actual Black Panther god.
Yeah, that I know who it is, but I can't pronounce it.
Wakanda.
Bashi.
Bashigana?
No. Damn it, I had it. You know how many times in Moon Knight they mentioned his goddamn name?
Yeah, I know. That's the.
Shit.
Forgive me. My public schooling has failed me.
Ashianda.
It's something completely different. It doesn't even sound like the way it's spelled.
According to
Whatever.
legend,
But yeah.
Bashanga.
What is it?
Bashanga.
Bashanga.
Bazinga.
So that's the actual god of. I mean, that kind of makes probably the most sense.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna count this as somebody from Wakanda because one of the choices is an original character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
So kind of like Forrest Whitaker, it could just be one of the Wakandans. Then the last two out of this list, the Shadow King, which we all know that's the dude who terrorizes Storm,
Mm-hmm.
makes her deal with her claustrophobia. Then we have a multiversal T'Challa. So those are the ones on the list that he could be playing from Wakanda, which, you know, I'm of two minds. I don't think he could be that Joker villain just because I don't think Denzel can get to that level. Unless, because Denzel said that he's only doing like 4 more movies and then
Mm-hmm.
he's done, and this is one of them. Unless they pitch that to him and like this is his greatest acting challenge,
Mm-hmm.
is to play so far against type, do something he's never done before.
True, yeah.
But I don't see, because he did play a villain in Training Day, and that dude's
I
too
knew.
smooth to be a Joker type.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think he has like way too much charisma, just like who he is to be. Because I'm not saying the Joker doesn't have charisma, but there's a different type of charisma with Denzel. It's not some like inviting charisma. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like you want to chill with Denzel, you don't want to chill with the Joker. You know what I mean? Yeah,
yeah.
even with Alonzo, I want to chill with him. I'm like, yeah, I fuck with Alonzo. Like, he's gonna be playing Trading Day because
But
you guys don't know.
but then again, when we see people that are merged into like the makeup and everything, we can't recognize them. Like Tom Cruise, we couldn't recognize him in Tropic Thunder. What's his name? We couldn't recognize the Penguin.
Colin Farrell.
Homeboy from John Wick 4, we couldn't recognize him as the heavy set mobster
Scott
dude,
Atkins. Scott
Scott
Atkins.
Atkins. You
Yeah,
know, like
but
so, and then even like Heath Ledger, if there wasn't so much thing about it, you probably wouldn't have recognized him as the Joker.
but now here's the thing. Scott Atkins did more acting than he normally does.
Yeah.
No, he didn't play outside of his white dude who can do karate. He just had more to do acting wise, right? Colin Farrell again was tapping into a prosthetic and a character and a different person that still has things that are rooted in all of us. It's why we were able to connect with him until a certain point. No spoilers because Leigh hasn't seen it yet. Who's the other one you said?
Um,
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger and
Heath Ledger was
Tom
easy to see
Cruise.
through. Huh?
Tom
Oh,
Cruise.
Tropic Thunder.
Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise literally was like, "Yo, I just want to have fun and be silly." To play somebody that's quote unquote a Joker type. Case in point, we've just seen Joaquin Phoenix play a Joker type, and it worked the first time, kind of, because he was able to tap into something, and it doesn't work that second time when you don't get to tap into that dimension where you now become so far that we've gone like, I'm rooting for you. Nah, fuck that. I can't root for you. And then you have to find something in yourself that's just as rotten for you to be like, yeah, no, I fuck with him. That's why Jared Leto didn't work. Jared Leto didn't go to that fuck. He stayed shallow. He didn't go into that depth that he needed to.
Yeah.
At no point did I think Jared Leto was gonna walk into a room with Michael J. White and all those gangsters, take over the room, get all the money, burn half of the shit, and not have any fear of somebody whooping the shit out of him.
By the way, that burning half the money still hurts my soul every day.
Yeah.
To be honest, I could have used that. You could have gave that away to somebody.
Well,
Feed the guy to the dogs all you want, just the money. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the thing with
You're right, though. But you're right. You're right.
well, the thing with the Joker is that his motivation is,
Fuck them, that's why.
and I don't think Jared Leto understands that.
Yeah.
Because in all actuality, the Joker should be the person that is the most entertained in any room, in any situation, because he thinks something's happening in his head. Like he should, like when in the extra scene in Batman v Superman, when he's on the car in the straight jacket and Batman's talking to him, he should have been laughing at some shit, like, you know, just fucking around like this. And then Batman asks him questions. Oh, what? That was easy. And you know, like on some, you're stupid for not seeing the obvious answer, which is not obvious to anybody but him. Like like he has to be in his own world while at the same time 3 steps ahead of you.
Yeah.
Like he is the walking conundrum. He should literally be take as many liberties as you want and just bring that shit back to what we talk about eventually.
Dude, you got it right there. Heath Ledger was fuck him, that's why.
Mhm.
And Jared Leto was fuck him, okay. Like,
You got to do the Brandon Lee theory to the Crows. Like, yo, somebody comes back from the dead. How would you act? There it is.
Yeah.
It's simple yet brilliant. I come back from the dead. How do you act? What do you do? But I mean, when Brandon Lee is kind of a little more narrow, it's about vengeance, but also he brought out something different. He could have been a halfway decent Joker, better than Jared Leto, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
But I'm saying is, you have to take it into like, yo, if you have absolutely no sense of morals or responsibility, you're the Joker. You have nothing you fear, nothing you worry about, and you can just do whatever the fuck you want. That's the Joker. And there's only a joke you understand and you see in your head and your mind. And there's only one person you want to fuck with your whole life, and it's Batman. It's not Harley Quinn. It's not other villains. It's a guy that you're like, yo, he gets me. But he doesn't. And inside of you, you know he doesn't, but you still fuck with him because he won't kill you. That's why I say, yo, we're destined to do this forever.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
This stupid morality code and the fact that you are absolutely ape shit and will continue to fuck with him, but also because Batman's ego is on something like, yo, I can find a way to him. It's perfect.
Because
Perfect.
because think deep down inside, the Joker would have been who the Batman was if he didn't have rules. Because
A lot
when
of times people forget that in the Joker is both a genius, a chemist. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He's a lot more than just a psycho. There's actually genius under all that bullshit. All that shit that he does, the pageantry and all that crap. In a sense, Batman as well. There's a genius. There's a tactician. You know what I'm saying?
So
But
what you're
in
saying
all
he's
that,
Dolph
it's turned
Lundgren.
into weapon.
So what you're saying is he's Dolph Lundgren.
If he was an MIT graduate, yeah, I would have. But at the end of the day, by the way, he's amazing in Universal Soldier. I saw it the other day again.
oh yeah,
Great villain, Universal
Hey.
Soldier. Very underrated. I love that movie. But yeah, it's like you have to understand. It's like all that is hidden beneath what everybody thinks. Is like, yo, you're insane. He goes, yo, you can't come up with these chemicals and these plans to kill all these people by just being insane. No. And they always said, in every little piece of a genius, there's a madman. And every madman is a piece of a genius. With the Joker, it's a lot more genius and madman. It's like a lot more of each, you know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
Riddler's a genius, not really necessarily a madman. Scarecrow is a psycho and a genius, but not like the Joker. So there's those parallels. The Joker is a fucking psycho, but there's still genius in there somewhere. You know what I mean? It's an interesting take. You know what I mean? But yeah, Jared Leto's Joker was terrible. The guys in the Gotham show were way better than he was. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
dude that played
Jerome?
yeah, he's way better than he was.
Can we bring up the fact that Warner Brothers, despite the fact that DC Comics has, as we mentioned, 7 to 8 different runs of Batman or any other character going on at one time, Warner Brothers has a mandate that they can't confuse the audience. So we have Jared Leto's Joker coming out. Jerome can't be called Joker in
Mm-hmm.
Gotham. We have Colin Farrell's Penguin coming out. So the animated series had to have a female Penguin because they can't be two male Penguins.
I ain't gonna lie to you, that was very interesting take, which I appreciated. So I appreciated that one.
But for anybody who wants to know why that show on Amazon had
Yeah,
weird
yeah,
gender swap, it's because there's a
absolutely.
mandate. We can't have multiples of the same character running
Mm-hmm.
around being told differently.
Mm-hmm.
Which I gotta commend Dave Filoni for this little nugget. He was talking to what the hell's that dude's name? Sam Ritter. He's the guy who plays he actually does the motion capture for Star Killer,
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yes,
Force
yes.
Leads, and he voices Palpatine and Darth Maul and the
Who's the guy? Who was the guy in the Vampire Diaries, right?
yeah.
Yeah, here you go. That guy, yeah.
So he was talking to Dave Filoni about how different stories like they're getting it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, Luke had certain thing, but over this one, they changed it. He's like, that's wrong. He didn't have that. And Dave Filoni told them something that is like, all right, I get it. He's like, yo, these are legend stories being told around a campfire. He's like, it doesn't matter that some of the details are different
Mm-hmm.
because every legend is told differently,
Absolutely.
regardless of, like everybody has the same legends, just what they're filtered through their lens.
Yep.
So he's like, bigger details, yeah, like you're not gonna make Luke Skywalker not from Tatooine, but smaller details doesn't matter because the story is being told at a campsite through their lens and blah blah blah. And I was like, you know what, that makes a lot of sense because that keeps the pressure off of, oh, he didn't have his blue lightsaber.
Yes.
He should have had his green one. And they were like, well, fuck it. We're just going to give him a yellow one. Because the color of the lightsaber is irrelevant to the story we're telling.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the movies, you know which one signifies what. And
Yes.
this is happening in the in-between.
Yeah. No, yeah. I get it, yeah. 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 That was funny to tell me when I saw that the Joker was Jerome. I was like, that. He's from the Bronx? You just,
Yeah.
but the Joker from the Bronx? You just get him after
He'll
the
change your
chop up
muffler.
with the place in the Bronx with the chop up cars. You're going to just
Yeah.
throw it
He'll
up?
sell you a muffler and your radio back.
Why guy named Jerome? Nobody sees the oddity in that?
Nope.
Copy that? Oh, cool. Let's go. Let's go with it.
Yeah. I found it weird when his love interest was called Chopped Cheese.
That would have made perfect sense.
Fuck them, that's why.
Yo, dude, what you were saying that whole thing with every genius has a little bit of madman in him, and every madman had a little bit of genius in him. It reminded me, I don't know why, of this joke that I heard while I was in the service. What is a naval ship and a porn star have in common? Semen.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would make perfect sense. Yeah, yeah. Semen. Yeah, yep. One goes with the other.
Huh?
No
But-
denying that.
So what would you? All right. So going back to Denzel real quick, would you put him as a superhero? And because a lot of people, there's some people saying he could be Blue Marvel.
That's
So,
what I
you
want.
want me to get to the list of the non-Wakandas?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right. You only did
Yeah.
the Wakandans. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, so the non-Wakandas, since we're going to split into that, Norman Osborn, Magneto.
Of course, it's a popular one.
Uh, is this out of order? Moreland.
Oh, that's those he's the leader of the Spider-Man hunters. They're
Yep.
vampires who hunt Spider-Man. That's actually a really dope story.
Doctor Voodoo.
Oh man, I love Doctor Voodoo, but I don't want him to play him. I need a younger guy that can go do more movies. He can take over Doctor Strange as a spiritual guy.
And then the last one is Blue Marvel.
Yeah, I would love him to be able to Marvel because
Which
he's a veteran hero. You know.
I honestly think, in before we get into a deep conversation, Rue, the Blue Marvel one, I think would have been better if he was going to be in Secret War,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
where they're like, "Hey, we took heroes from this world over here,
Hmm.
and in that world, he's the big fucking
Yeah,
hero." So we can get Blue Marvel without having to hold up the mirror to ourselves and go, "Well, in our reality, in 1960, JFK said, 'You're black, get out of here. They don't want you.'" Like,
yeah, yeah. It's pretty much what happened. Yeah, with that one. Yeah,
yeah, I mean, we've talked about Blue Marvel here on the show, but a
absolutely.
little refresher. Blue Marvel was the biggest hero back when JFK was around. He wore a full body suit, so nobody knew what he looked like. Got into a fight, it was ripped. When they found out that there was a black man under the suit with that much power, JFK was like, JFK, I think, was actually gonna try to figure out a way to tell the world, but they ultimately came to the conclusion that nobody was gonna like him because of the color of his skin, so he just
Oh,
bowed out.
so what happened was JFK and the rest of the government were afraid that the white people wouldn't like him because he's black, and the black people would want him to rebel against the white people and start murking, and it would divide the country even further. And we're not ready for a black superhero. And pretty much what happened was like the black community was on some, yo, how come you're not on our side fighting these white people? And the white people like, I don't give a shit if you just save the planet, get the fuck out of here, nigga. So that's when he was like, all right, I'm gonna go fight an alien, fake my death, live regular.
Yep.
And then he found the white wife, and he lived his normal life. And it turned out that that woman turned out to be a secret, like a spy, to keep tabs on him, so that way he wouldn't go back to superhero. And he's like, everything about this shit is a lie. And she's like, maybe us getting together was a lie, but I saw you fight the racism and all that other shit you had to deal with. I even suffered it because it came against me when they were like, why'd you marry this black dude and all that other shit? And she actually fell in love with him, but he couldn't trust nobody. And then he went to the moon. And that's when he lived his life on the moon, and he saw the Inhumans.
Yeah.
And he was like, even these fucking people are racist, because you had blue Inhumans and pink Inhumans, and they were split by color and all that other shit. And he's like, yo, humanity is fucked. And it took the Watcher of all people to interfere and tell him like, yo, bro, these people need you to save. You initially are a hero. How can you let this planet be destroyed from him? You need to save this planet. And that was years after when Iron Man found out about him.
Dude, I like the story of Blue Marvel, but here's where Big Brain can't fucking step outside and just read a story. Because the story is nice. I like what they're going with. But it's a little weird knowing that, all right, he did that in the 60s and 70s in comic time. But in reality, in the 60s and 70s, Falcon and Black Panther came out and everybody was fucking cool with them.
yeah.
Like, I know they're telling the world inside the comic would have a problem, but it's kind of hard to take seriously with, like, inside the comic, everybody's like, yo, fuck this. We're
That was
not
in the
ready for that.
70s?
We're not. But then you look at what's happening actually in our world, and we're like, oh, shit, Black Panther's dope, Falcon's dope. Like,
That was in the 70s or the 50s?
JFK was in the 60s. 60s, 70s time.
I hear you,
But again, that's a I can't step outside of my own self.
but also Black Panther was in Wakanda. He was in his own nation. He didn't have to worry too much
Falcon
about that.
wasn't, though.
Oh, yeah, but Falcon was like a sub hero. Imagine Superman being black at that time,
Mm.
and then you know what I'm saying, like that. It's almost like you had Rocky Johnson and you had Tony Atlas, but Hogan was the man. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like
True.
it's one of those things.
Yeah, but the way I'm seeing it is, you have Rocky Johnson, you have Tony Atlas, right? But you're showing me a movie in which Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas can't wrestle in this arena because the promoters are like, the fans don't want to see you. And I'm like, are you kidding me? They're two of the biggest fucking wrestling stars in reality. I'm
Oh,
gonna watch a movie with, like,
look what happened to.
it can make sense
Oh
for
yeah,
the medium.
but look what happened to Bill Russell. He won a championship for the Celtics, and they still broke into his home and wrote "nigga get out of here" in his living room and shit.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. If you showed me a movie about that, I'm like, okay, because that's reflecting the time.
Yeah,
Because remember, Blue Marvel is retroactively the first.
yeah.
He didn't exist until somebody went, hey, I have a story to tell.
Because
And
originally
went
Black
back
Panther
and
was the
put him in
first
front
one.
of the line.
Yeah, because Black Panther was the actual first black superhero.
Yeah, I think Black Panther beat Falcon because they didn't really consider Falcon like a sidekick to Cap.
Yeah, yeah.
The fans consider him a sidekick to Cap. Cap's always considered him a partner.
I mean, that's Cap.
Because Bucky is but they delineated because Bucky was the sidekick
Yeah,
and Falcon was his partner. Because if you go back and look at some of those old comics, you never see Captain America and Bucky on the title, like front page, but you do see Cap and Falcon headline
yeah.
on the front page, the title page.
True.
I hear. I mean, it's
Again,
kind of like
that's
they-
just a me thing, but I don't want him. If they're gonna pick any one of these guys, pick Blue Marvel. I don't want him to be Magneto, nor do I want him to be Norman Osborn, because he's only going to do this one movie.
And how does Norman Osborn fit into Wakanda? Like
I
like
think-
Magneto and them don't fit into this story because there's no backstory. They're gonna be characters like legacy characters that just pop up out of nowhere for no reason. It's kind of it's like, how did they get to this shit? Because you can't give Norman Osborn an original movie origin where didn't they credit Osborn's fucking spider to biting Peter?
I think so, yeah.
Well, unless like that one character that's one off has a massive impact before they die, and it kind of just, or unless he's out of the 4 films or 5 films he's gonna do last, he's gonna do a second Marvel movie because Denzel is stupid. He likes the money.
I think the way they could go is you have him the first Black Panther. Like, because it goes and the first Black Panther speaks to whoever the fuck is in charge now. Because like
Shuri, let's say
Shuri, she's still fucking with the whole, how come they didn't see me or Michael B. Jordan or some shit. And it's one of those things like this guy has to come and set a shit like T'Challa wasn't Black Panther long enough or in a situation where he needed to know the true strength of the Black Panther type, let's say, and then he comes down and fucking says something to her. Or he's a fucking somebody that just so happens to be in the movie that is a vital part but doesn't exist anywhere else.
Yeah.
Because like for him to be Magneto, we need more than one movie. Norman Osborn, he needs to be in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You
Or
know,
variant, like it's a variant. It just
yeah,
can't
Blue,
be.
yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
Blue Marvel. We need him in Secret Wars or in also fucking something to do with Iron Man and Mister Fantastic because he helped save the world when he came back. But he is on an intellectual level of those people.
True.
Blue Marvel is just as smart as Mister Fantastic and Iron Man and Doctor Doom and all these other people. He needs someone equivalently as smart. He can't just come down like, okay, Shiri, your synthetic herb works, but if you put a little bit more vitamin D in there, it'll be unstoppable. I'm gonna go back to the moon. Like that would be pointless for Denzel. You know, like that would be pointless. Anyone can do that.
Well,
True.
how about this? He's Blue Marvel, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this way for Wakanda 3. Shuri has given up the Black Panther mantle, right? To what Chadwick's son, whatever T'Challa Jr., whatever they called him, right?
Okay.
Let's say we do a time jump for the sake of fucking shit, right? And the kid's
Mm-hmm.
old enough to do it.
Do the mantle. Hold the mantle. Yeah.
Yeah. Shuri is facing while he's learning to be the Black Panther, Shuri's facing some sort of technological problem, some sort of scientific problem. Denzel's character is the one who's guiding her and helping her,
Mm-hmm.
and he's the one who helps her through that entire subplot.
Mm-hmm.
We find out at the end he's Blue Marvel.
Yeah.
This is where he's been hiding. That shit happened to him back in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in Wakanda this whole time. Why do you think they were able to turn spears into vibranium into all this fucking technology? Somebody had to show them.
True.
He's the one who showed them.
Mm-hmm.
Then we sneak that into his one last role in the Secret War, where we get to see him put the suit on and beat the shit out of people.
True.
But we start with him being the genius who's in hiding, where he's more about just being the character and the mentor. And then we get the cool fighting shit in the Secret War where everybody's gonna be in it, and then we don't have to worry about him again.
Mm-hmm.
What is Blue Marvel's name? I'll look it up.
Funny enough, his name is
Adam
Denzel Washington.
Adam Bernard Bashir.
Yeah. Like I think that could be the best way to do it as to why he hasn't been around, why he hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
Is because he's been in Wakanda, and up until now, he's been in hiding. And then when Thanos came, he was like, "Oh, y'all motherfuckers got this already." He's been hiding for so long. He's like, "Yo, you don't need me for that aspect." That's why he didn't show up. But in Battle World, he has no choice.
True. True.
Makes sense. I mean that could work. They would just have to hide his name. No?
Well, I mean, just don't tell us who the fuck he's playing, and then at the end,
Or you just have a code name, Blue or BM.
or yeah, they could call him the Wakandan word for blue, which none of
No.
us are gonna know.
Yeah, for Blue Marvel, you can be like, no, this is you'll be like, ah, okay.
Yeah, this is Umbak blue or whatever the fuck.
Umbak Blue.
I'm sorry. Go see that one more again.
Instead of Umbak 2, Umbak blue.
I'm back Blue. Copy that.
Yeah.
So happy I heard that.
Yeah.
Hey,
I live for these moments.
And a rose
I'm
off
a
the
minority, motherfuckers. Get out. You can't say
No,
shit. To me.
I'm not saying you
No,
could
no,
be
that
wrong. I'm
that's
just
not
like
for you guys. That's for the internet.
I want to register it correctly so I can so I can reference it again later.
Mbak Blue.
Yeah, I was thinking of a sense of, you know what I mean? They know where he is because of the technology. You know what I mean? And then the threat arises, and they're like, "Listen, we can call somebody." You know what I mean? And once because the thunderbolts is happening, you're like, "Listen, they have whatever that is, but we have something just as good, but even better. Whatever that is has evil in it. Ours doesn't. Mostly as black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could always send a message. You can come down and you can help us out. And it can lead into secret wars. All we need is for him to show up. And at the very end, Denzel shows up. And then you see his gear in front of him. And he was like, we need you for one thing. And he goes, you've always been kind to me. How can I not? And Denzel saying that by itself is going to get people to buy tickets for the next movie. Because it's what he does. Is Denzel. A charismatic, by the way, if you ever met Blue Marvel, ever read Blue Marvel in the comics, no charisma. She's really,
That seems to
Most
happen a lot
intelligent
with all
people.
their super geniuses.
yeah. But Denzel is Blue Marvel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what Dave Chappelle, you know what I mean? Like he's
He's,
gonna win people over.
he's the kind of super genius that would have just walked up to Wanda and punched her in the face and
Yep.
skipped the whole, hey, here's how you kill Black Bolt.
Yeah. Yeah. And none of that. And you know, and RDJ has a charisma, but it's nothing like a Denzel charisma. There's
Yeah, but
nothing like it on the planet.
let me ask you.
None of it.
I I think Blue Marvel would have been smart enough to go. Okay, release Doctor Strange. Let's go fight Wanda.
No, he would have been on some stop talking. You're giving away our strategy. Shut up. You need to stop. But then also, Blue Marvel has the ability to kill Wanda before she can think of something. Speed, the atomic, you know, able
Yeah.
to
He
change
also would have
matter.
been smart enough to realize, like when are we calling her Captain Marvel as well? When Monica Rambeau was
No,
like,
no, no, we're not. No, we're not. She's Rambo.
when Rambo was like, hey, do you think we can't beat your witch? He would have turned around and been like, no, no, no. This is no mere witch that's coming here. This is a woman who is hell bent on fucking finding her children. Like, this is a completely different fucking mind frame
Absolutely.
than toy trouble and fucking cauldrons and shit.
Forget he's also Blue Marvel's a bit of a tactician, so we got to remember this. This is a whole lot of one character that was taken away and being on the moon. Still hate that fucking whole thing, but you know,
He's up
yeah.
there with Steve right now.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna get it. You know, I can do a whole episode of how Marvel has done stupid ass storylines with people. You know what I'm saying? It's like WWE too. You know what I'm saying? I can just get into it. Just Cody
Yeah.
wrote the whole shit. You know what I mean?
Side-
But anyway,
Word.
that's what Rollins.
Side
You know what I mean?
tangent.
What?
Side tangent, real quick. Did you see the trailer to Captain America: Brave New World and
Yes.
Thunderbolts, the new ones? What'd you think?
By the way, I told this, and he agreed with me. Thunderbolt looks better than Brave New World.
Yeah, I said the exact same
Yeah.
Doesn't
thing.
it?
Yeah.
I said
Come
the
on, buddy.
exact same thing.
I was like, yo, why is it that? You know what it feels like? The Suicide Squad done right. And it's mostly because of the dynamic of the characters. It's not because of the storyline, which they don't show much. When I appreciate about that, I appreciate the storyline is very little, you know, like kept in, but it's just a dynamic between everybody. Especially when you see John Wall go, "Is that Bucky?" You goes, "Is that Bucky?"
When
The
he
guy
came
looks
out
like
looking
Bucky.
like the Terminator.
Right? He's like, "Yo, is that Bucky?" And once again, Bucky's way cool. And even Ray Gardner goes, "Oh, that's cool. He's so cool." That dynamic. By the way, that dude from Stranger Things could do no wrong in my book. I love that guy. But that dynamic is great. And Brave New World, which my favorite part about it is both Anthony Mackie and Harrison Ford. One of my least favorite part is Harrison Ford, which is weird because I love Harrison Ford. You know what I mean? But it's something about him in that character that I was like, I need to see more. You know?
Yeah, it's a little too Air Force One.
Yo, that's all I felt.
Dude.
When he had that jacket on, get off my plane is all I saw in my mind.
Dude, let me guess. Another reason why you thought the Black Bolts trailer looked better is because they showed little to no Antonia.
None. None. But we know we're in the Stark Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, we know we're in the Stark Tower. Because once I saw, I'm not gonna lie to you, it wasn't the view or anything. It was the bar. I'm like, oh, I know the bar. I know that bar. I know that bar. I want that setup, too. Yeah, man. But I always, it was something just about her leading them, and her leading anyone, any of these groups should be perfect because she just has that charisma that I like. I want to listen to her. But then on the other end of it, you have Bucky, who is just on some like, just want to get this shit done. I think her and Bucky's dynamic would be perfect. And then you throw a little John Walker in there. And then Red Guardian, I think is perfect. I don't know about it. I don't give a fuck about Task, whatever they call that thing.
Yo, Ghost looks
The
good.
Ghost, I'll go with the Ghost, but whatever that thing is, I'm not gonna name it.
Ghost looks good though.
Oh,
Like
she looks
her
great.
power set looked good, and I know you don't want to talk about Antonia, but I do like her redesign because her redesign fits her.
Yes, yes.
Like they're not trying to do Anthony Masters. She's whatever she
Her
is.
own thing. She's her own thing. Yeah. She's her own thing. Yeah. I mean, I can appreciate when you're getting away from what didn't work before, and you're trying to make it his own thing. I can respect that in the sense of comic books do that shit all the time. Like I don't want my Batman to look like Jim Lee's Batman. Respect that. I got no problem with that. I don't want my Punisher to look like Tim Burton's Punisher. You know what I mean? Like I want it to look completely different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I understand that, but I can't fuck with that because what they did in the last one.
No, yeah, I
But
got you.
other than that, I think it just looks better than Brave New World because of the dynamic of the characters.
You know what it feels like from watching the trailers. It feels like Thunderbolts is Marvel going. You remember when we made fun fucking movies?
Mhm.
And
Yep.
Captain America: Brave New World feels like they went, "Hey, we have to make this movie good."
Mhm.
One movie has pressure on it, and the other movie's like, "You
Fuck
remember
it.
when Iron Man 1 was just a fucking blast and everybody
Exactly.
loved it?"
When I saw trailer like you, they were just like, "Fuck it." Nobody, like they saw the when they first announced it, they saw the comments and everybody talking about it. They were like, "Fuck it." You know what that means? We have free reign to
Yep.
do whatever the fuck we want, go wherever the fuck we want. And sometimes it's I know this for a fact. I've talked to friends of mine that are actors, directors, and all that. Sometimes that's perfect. There's a movie that takes the pressure off you, and you're like, "Yo, we can do whatever we want." And if we fail, people are like, "Oh, of course." But if we succeed, they're gonna be like, "Oh shit." And that just makes everybody in that whole cast go, "Yo, we can do this."
Yeah.
And you know what makes movies great? When everybody just has fucking fun with it. Like there's that clip of Brendan Fraser, right? Going, "Yo, would you do the accent? Would you do a mummy? Would you do another movie?" He goes, "Yeah, you got a script?" And I was really, I'd love to see it. Because you can tell he had a great time making it. Even though he was almost murdered twice.
Yeah.
You know, they had to put insurance on them. When an actor has fun doing a movie, I want to see that actor or actress go back to that. Because I had fun watching it.
Yeah.
Even if it was bad, I just had fun watching it. Like, I'll tell Toe, I can watch The Mummy. And you can ask my wife, I could watch The Mummy whenever. That's one of those movies, top 5. Whenever. Yo, let's watch The Mummy. I'm in. I'll get the popcorn. What are we doing this at? Big screen, small screen, I don't care. I just want to watch it. In the Thunderbolts, it looks like that. It looks like everybody's just having fun. They're like, yo, we're not supposed to do good anyway, so fuck it. Let's have fun. Let's have a good time doing it. And in the interaction, you could tell it looks fun. It literally does. Especially Red Guardian. He looks he's having the time of his life. Just like, I got Stranger Things to fall back on. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got Stranger Things money coming, Netflix money coming. I'm good. What times? Bucky's going nowhere. He's going to be Bucky for years. Yeah, but yeah. Brave New World, I want it to be great because of Anthony Mackie, but I have more faith in Thunderbolts. I really do.
Dude, what do you think? What do you think the title is going to be? Because they made it apparent that they say Thunderbolts, but they're like, this name's not going to fucking work for us. Do you think it's going to be like everybody else is saying that this is really Dark Avengers?
I wouldn't. You know why I wouldn't do Dark Avengers? Because it is. I mean, you have Avenger-esque people in it, but there's only like what, 2 of them. You have a Captain America. You have a Black Widow. That's it. Like in the sheer numbers wise, you can't call them that. You can't. And even in the Dark Avengers, they replaced people with other people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Drake, Wolverine.
Ares was the Hulk.
Was it Bullseye that replaced Hawkeye?
Yeah,
right?
Bullseye replaced Hawkeye.
Exactly. You know
Ares was the Hulk.
Exactly. You have the new
Patriot.
Iron Patriot. So
Iron
it's
Man.
like it's a lot of replace. Here you just got 2. You can't do that. You just leave it as You know why you leave it as Thunderbolts is because if it's successful, then everybody knows. Oh, the Thunderbolt movie's coming out. Yo, that last one. It'll be like the Guardians of the Galaxy. Nobody who the fuck you were. All of a sudden, you're like, yo, when are you coming out with part 2?
Yeah.
Of Guardians. When it comes part 2 of the Thunderbolts. This is both marketing and just, yo, it could be great. And Marvel does a great thing of doing these oddball fucking movies with people. So far. You know what I mean? Like, nobody thought Guardians of the Galaxy was successful. All of a sudden, the Thunderbolts are, you're like, yo, maybe this is a thing you guys need to focus on. You know what I'm saying?
Who knows? Because they seem to be in an era right now where they're heading towards one thing. So they're just trying to get there. Maybe after that we can get Shang-Chi 2 and there's still talks about what do you call it? Kevin Feige still talks about bringing the Eternals team back and resurrecting the Inhumans somehow.
No, I don't speak that name around me.
But now, what if they're not? What if they're not in a separate movie, but they do come back for like Secret War or in other projects?
Right. As long as it's not the same director, I'm fine with it. I got no problem with it. I just want Jack Kirby's vision of it. What I read when I was a kid, when I was a teenager too. I just want to see that brought out there because he essentially just made the new gods in Marvel. That's literally what he did. He's like, all right, I can transfer over. You know what I mean? And I could just see that, but when I saw that first flying piece of shit, I was like, I only got right with Speedster.
Yeah.
That's the way Speedster's supposed to act. The girl? That's what I'm fucking talking about right there. That's the Flash.
She, to this day, they still put her up as the best depiction of super speed on film.
Her and Quicksilver. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
The MCU
The
Quicksilver.
real Quicksilver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Quicksilver. After that shit, I'll go to the 90s Flash. If I have to, I just got to go back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, the CW Flash wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. And it's funny because I like the actor and I like the way he thing. But the problem is that made the tone of Arrow go away. the first two seasons, which everybody loved, especially me, because he was a homicidal maniac.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shit, I mean, it was better than the fucking Flash movie that they gave us.
True. I completely agree. Yeah.
That was a fucking, I don't know what the fuck that shit was. That was a waste of fucking life. Shit.
Yeah.
I,
I'm just hyped for I'm mostly hyped for Born Again after rewatching Daredevil. Hoping the writing's up to par and everything. You know what I mean? Everybody
yeah.
that's coming back, people they're introducing. It's hyped.
Nah, I hear you. I'm hyped for that also. With everybody coming back and are they doing fucking 18 episodes like they're supposed to?
No, I think they changed it to 9.
Oh, okay, so
I
we're
think they
not.
changed it to 9. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Because I would have liked fucking
18.
the 18 like we were supposed to have. 'Cause I do like those longer stories.
Yeah, same here.
You know, because I don't. I'm not particularly fond of watch 8 episodes and then come back 2 years from now and watch fucking another 8 episodes and then 2 years from then watch 8 episodes and
I think after this they really want to do a big Spider-Man Daredevil movie.
Spider-Man Daredevil that shit.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Which would make perfect sense though. It would make sense.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. I mean, if Spider-Man is going to be street level the way they're saying he's going to be, that make absolutely perfect fucking sense.
Yeah, I mean they had the little bit of chemistry we saw. They had good chemistry in Far From Home.
Yep.
Man said, "How did you catch that?" I'm a very good lawyer. Like, what does you being a lawyer have to do with catching a brick?
I'm a very good lawyer. He goes, yes. Yes, I am. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm just hoping that Born Again is great. You know what I mean? I'm like, I really don't have too much faith in a lot of the movies Marvel is trying to pump out. It's just me because of the shit. Or a lot of comic book stuff in general. You know what I mean? Because people have comic book fatigue.
Yeah, which is
You know what I mean? In the words of Beetlejuice.
But
Yeah, I'm saying.
here's the thing. I do believe in the phrase comic book fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
Purely because if you're gonna perceive every movie that's coming out as bad or something not to look forward to, it's gonna get tiring because you're not getting anything good. And so in that sense,
Mm-hmm.
a fatigue of the comic book genre, where like, yo, none of this is good.
Mm-hmm.
Something's got to change, or we just got to stop.
Got it.
But you can't be. That's that thing where there's like, oh, there is such thing as too much cake, for instance.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, it can be too much cake. But if this is the best cake you've ever eaten, you're gonna be reminded every time you take a bite, and you're not gonna mind because once you take that bite, you're gonna be like, yo, why would I ever complain about this?
Yeah. I remember I saw something like that. Season 2 of Moon Knight was canceled, and I was like, back up the fuck your face train up. Whoa, what?
Yeah, I think they said that they're still gonna use him, just not in
Apparently, he's gonna have a bigger role in Doomsday. Like he's gonna have a bigger role in Doomsday, apparently, which will lead to the Midnight Suns, which you're fast tracking without Blade developed.
without Ghost Rider talking
Right?
about it.
Like, yo, you fast tracked in a lot of, yo, if you replace him with a bunch of bullshit individuals, you know what I'm saying? Like, you do realize the Midnight Suns has literally like a set team to it. You can't Guardians of the Galaxy this shit. It don't work that way.
Yeah.
It's a recent thing, and people know about it.
Now, are you upset in any way that they changed the wording from Midnight SONs to Midnight SUNs?
Was it United Suns?
No. So it was Midnight Suns, as in
The son of
sons,
somebody.
all male offspring.
Mhm.
But they since changed it to Midnight Suns, as in the sun in the sky, because they added females to the team, so they didn't want to have just the.
You know, it's a brave new world. I guess. Not, I don't get it. You can't get upset because everybody's gonna do that shit, regardless. Like, look, Brave New World was the first. It was first started as New World Order.
Yeah, until somebody was like, "But didn't the Nazis say that?" I was like,
And
"True."
meanwhile, yeah, there was a post that somebody, I don't know if I said to you guys, that stretched. It's like, yo, they changed it. Meanwhile, you have a conspiracy theory, right? You have a president that all of a sudden changed his mind, and he's red. And what's the main color of the MAGA thing? Red. And some other shit. And I was like, it's a fucking movie.
Yeah,
Why can't it just be a movie? Why do I have to try to? It's just a. Like, I'll give you Winter Soldier. No problem. I'll give you Winter Soldier. End of the week, I'll give you spy thriller, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Can't trust the government with it. This shit, I'm like, can it just be a movie? I mean, it is commentary. I don't want to give a fuck about it. I'm living through it. I don't need to be reminded of it.
yeah. Why can't it be commentary on what's happening within the universe of the story they're telling?
The comic book.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with what's actually happening with us. Like, that's why I like Civil War the movie, even though it has nothing to do with Civil War the comic book, because Civil War the movie was a product of, hey, this is what happened in the fucking movies we were telling.
Yep.
We don't need to pull direct inspiration from the book because we're pulling from here.
Yeah, like when I
What
get
do you remember?
when I getting cute with it, it's just literally translating. Yeah, so I saw this shit and I was like, this can't be a comic movie. Why can't it be a comic movie? Why can't it just let it be it? Let it be it. I would love for Punisher to be a commentary on killing pieces of shit, but it's just not it.
Yeah.
If there was one Punisher thing to translate to me, that if you want to make a commentary on government, so this is one of my favorites is I forget the name. It's a Max one. It's literally right after Welcome Back, Frank. So he finds out that the Russian is alive with big ass breasts, which is weird. He teams up with Spider-Man to stop him. You Spider-Man is a human shield for the most part. You know, the Russian is augmented now. He's superhuman. And he just puts Spider-Man in front of him to take all the punches and he kills the Russian. Right? Or he thought he killed him. He even tells the Spider-Man, yo, we teamed up. You were great. After he took a fucking ass whooping. Because he just knows Spider-Man is durable. He knows it. So he goes off to a mercenary island that he knows of. He sees a bunch of people that he knows from the wars. Seen a couple of faces, broke a couple of necks. The pieces of shit. Kept on going, right? So there's a Sergeant Kurganov, right? he was a fucking sadist in every war he's ever been in. So apparently the government is funding him to do black ops missions for him. Right? One times. Now the problem is that they said he and the government sent the Russians after him. So he was like, oh, so we're doing that. That's what we're doing? Copy that, no problem. Goes to the island. At the end of the day, he nukes the island. All those pieces should have flushed down the toilet. Then, at the end of my favorite run of it, favorite scene, Washington. I don't know if it's a senator or it's like it was the president. He goes, you have a bunch of guards, before you call them, a bunch of guards, they're going to wake up with headaches, just to let you know. You set a maniac loose on American soil after me. I don't know what Kraganov had on you, but it died with him. But I'm going to tell you this much. Drops a 9mm bullet on his desk and goes, I'm that far away from you. Nobody stops me. Nobody can tell me where I do and do not go. If that happens again, I will come see you. And then you see the comic book frame, him leaving, and it's Washington, D.C. He's like, yeah, nigga, make no mistake. I get to who I want when I want. You don't understand it. So that's my favorite. You want to make a commentary on comic books? I'll do that. Let me direct it. And I'll do that right away. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it's like, yo, it's a Brave New World. Had it been the World Order one, I would have given that one to you. Brave New World? It's Captain America. He's about the government. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's weird. By the way, Marvel, if you want that Punisher thing set up, drop me a line, bro. Got you guys. I know exactly how to do it, when to do it. I got you guys. I got the whole storyline.
Shit, we've been dropping fucking
What?
good shit for how long? They either not listening or they don't care.
We gave, was it the perfect, what was the comic book thing we gave a perfect one to? There was a wrestling one, the Samoa Joe one we gave that got him fired. That was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of perfect, we gave a perfect Batman one.
Yeah.
I remember that one. Perfect Batman one. That was perfect. It would have made sense. There was another one. What was the other one? Shit, I forget it.
There was so many ones that we fucking did.
Oh, a Daredevil with Kingpin, which in New York would have made sense. Punisher one would have made sense. Oh, Marvel Knights, which I always pitch, because you need that division. You know what I'm saying?
Which I think
For hire, a better, Iron Me more to Iron Fist. That guy.
yo, like, did you hear?
Yeah.
The Hulk
I don't think so.
has now been endowed with the power of the Iron Fist.
Yeah. Talk about don't need anything extra.
Yo, talk about giving a nuke a nuclear warhead. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You don't need to do that. You don't do that. I mean, just make him a martial artist and fuck around and just piss the world off. If the Hulk can fight like Shang-Chi, we're good. The villains are in trouble,
yo,
but we're good.
if the Hulk can fight like Shang-Chi, we finally have an answer of who the fuck is beating the shit out of Goku.
Absolutely correct.
Shit.
You know what? And Superman, because Superman can't fight. People forget that. Superman's a brute, but when you have technique, oh yeah, that's how you make the perfect weapon. Ha! It's gonna do it to a '90s movie. The Hulk or Shang-Chi fighting ability. Bucket. We did it again, Marvel. We did it again. Shit, make it an anime if you want. Your anime movie, your animation movies suck. Except for that Punisher Black Widow one. That shit is great. I love that one. But your other ones are ass. This one here, shit. By the way, Elseworld stories. Let's make that happen. I got a bunch of them lined up right here. I've come up with so much shit Elseworld that is perfect. Movies, perfect. One-offs. even franchises. Just give me 10 minutes. And the funny thing is, the budget can be nothing because a lot of them are street level. Come on. I told I passed one on to Toe, and the comic book thing is like, yo, the Punisher during the Purge. Come on.
Yeah, that was.
Yo, that would be. I don't know. I don't know how you would have it, but I'm just picturing the Punisher and the Purge as chaos is going out in the street. He's just hitting up these rich houses and finding all types of fucking shit because he knew the
Yep.
houses that locked down, they're the real problems, not these
Absolutely.
motherfuckers out here playing fucking stupid.
That's my thing. Nobody with a Purge mask is my problem. It's these rich niggas like fucking doing this manhunt shit with regular people. These people shit gotta go. Yo, Punisher comes here. He can do street level on something like, but you've seen him before. He comes up here. He wants to hit these high bitches. These high bitches are the ones that cause the problems. That's perfect. The whole time I was thinking is like, yo, he likes on, oh, you guys love hunting people, right? Well, here's a beautiful part. I'm hunting. By the way, that's when I realized that Frank Grillo could be a great Punisher.
Yeah.
Me and my boy is speaking about like, yo, Frank Grillo, Punisher, in that Purge Anarchy is perfect. How is he not the Punisher in that shit? The only missing was a skull. That's it.
Dude, how would you feel if they did, speaking of like Elseworld, what if shit? I forget the name of it, but you remember that movie with Chuck Norris's son and Patrick Swayze's cousin, where they were taken on this island by rich people, thrown out into the wilderness, and then they were hunted.
It's
Said Patrick Swayze?
I can't remember the name of it.
It's Patrick Swayze's cousin and Chuck
Yeah.
Norris's son, and
Yeah.
literally they get thrown out into the jungle or the forest area around this mansion, and everybody picks a pool ball, and whatever they get, it corresponds to the weapon that they have to use to go hunt these people down.
Oh my God! Yes. I just can't remember the name of it. I know it. I'm seeing it.
What would you think if we took street level guys like Iron Fist, Shang-Chi,
Mhm.
couple of like White Tiger,
Mhm.
and Baron Zemo captures them,
Mhm.
sets them loose,
Mhm.
and turns around to prove to other street level villains. He's like, here we got the power broker and the tinkerer. Go try out the new toys on heroes that he thinks they're gonna easily be able to fucking kill.
It's
But
a
it turns out
marketing.
that might not be the case.
It's a marketing scheme, right? Oh yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, I can see that. That's good. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I mean, hopefully it'll fail, but yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I always thought about that. In the sense of
He was in Universal Soldier.
Same vein.
Well,
Huh?
Eric Norris was in Universal Soldier. GR86.
Yeah, he's probably one of the. Yeah, I can see it.
He was in the town
86?
also. Yeah,
He's one of
he
the
was in the
soldiers.
town also. He did the stunts for somebody.
Probably
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner.
And he does a lot of stunt shit. So
Yeah. So I was thinking the same thing with the Punisher. Is like a bunch of hillbillies don't know who he is, and they literally just pick a bunch of people up, and he's one of them. And
he's
they
not
start
Rescue
hunting
Me,
him.
is it?
They start hunting him, and he just goes, "Huh, good. I gotta kill a bunch of clan members on the way home. This is sensational." He lands there. He goes. He looks around. He goes, "Are we all minorities here? Except for you? Oh no. Oh no, you have no idea." You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden he hears the accent and he goes, good old boys. Yes, this is gonna be fun. Kind of Avenging Force, but not Avenging Force.
He's not Rescue Me, is it?
No. I gotta. I'm trying to. My phone died, so I'm trying to look it up right now. It was like back in the 90s.
That was in 1992. It was with him and Michael
Death Ring.
Dudikoff. What?
Death Ring.
Death Ring. Oh,
Yep.
that's not in this.
Yeah, Don Swayze, Billy Drago, Mike Norris, Chad McQueen. Yo, that's a movie. That's a movie that I guarantee you we have watched. Because I mean, I know we watched it because I remember almost everything about it. But for the sake of the fact that Toad doesn't remember it, we have to watch that movie again. We have to find where that movie is and watch it.
Yeah. Is it on Netflix? Amazon?
Uh, let's see here. I know this is riveting streaming right now, but give us a second.
What's his name?
Eric Norris?
It's Mike Norris.
Mike Norris. Oh, okay. So I picked up the wrong Norris then.
Yeah, Mike Norris and Don Swayze. Hey, it's on Tubi and Sling TV.
Okay.
Ah, yeah, there it is.
It's currently unavailable on Tubi.
It's Death Ring, right?
Yep.
I got it. Copy that. Oh, it's my man Ramon Coder from thing. From Delta Force 2.
Yeah. There's
Love that guy.
definitely some people in
Rest in
there
peace.
that you're like, oh, I know that guy from that thing. Like,
Copy that, yeah. There we go.
it's crazy how much Swayze's cousin looks like
Yeah.
Swayze. Like, it's weird
Weird.
'cause he doesn't look exactly like Patrick Swayze, but he looks like a Swayze.
So that's Swayze. They can be like, yeah, you kind of look like that guy.
Yeah, like if you look at our cousins, you may or may not make that connection. But with him, you're definitely like, no, that family look is strong.
Yeah, I got one cousin looks like people kept asking at the barbecue to my wife. Does he have a brother? Because of fur, and I was like, they were like, no, just look alike. That's it. That's it. After that, none. We look nothing alike. Just one looks like we look like each other. After that, you're like, they're not related. Yeah, I can see that. So, yeah, I remember there's a movie that I've been trying to find forever, and it had some WMC Master fighters in it. WMC Masters. I said that. That's right. I aged myself.
Yo, best fucking Saturday morning live
Used to love
action
that
show
shit.
ever.
I used to love that shit, man. The fact that it went 2 seasons made me so happy.
The fact that they had action figures,
Yeah,
me happy.
they did. Good. I remember they came with the coins. I got the belt and I only got like 8 coins. I never reached full Dragon Belt status. It irritated me.
Dude, I had like 6 of the figures. Never gave a shit about the coin of the belt.
I was trying to get that coin. As a guy that was training hard for martial arts, I was like, I gotta get him. I gotta get in there.
That was
Yeah.
the original Pokemon. You had to, oh no, that's the original Lucha Underground.
Oh
You had to
man.
get the God's belt.
I was telling them how I love that belt, and I love the whole concept for it was perfect. That was better than Money in the Bank ever was. Ever was. I love that concept.
Yo, did you guys hear it? It scrolled across the screen a few seconds ago, but they are doing a Popeye horror movie
I sent it,
for my Timbers.
and
Or
I'm like,
Shoot the
what
Timbers.
the? I'm like, yo, Popeye was one of the purest heroes I've ever seen. Ate spinach, saved the girl, even though she was built like a stick. I can't fuck with these people nowadays. Fuck with them. If Care Bears becomes a fucking horror movie, I'm murdering somebody.
Dude,
Somebody got
so
to go.
they're turning all these things into horror movies because they hit what the fuck is it called? Not free use, the public domain.
Hmm.
So, for anybody who doesn't know, public domain character means that you are free to use those characters however you want and whatever story you want to tell without worrying about getting sued or
Right,
copyright or
right,
something.
yeah.
So, like for anybody who runs D&D, you can put Joan of Arc in your D&D campaign or in your story or whatever. She's the the character, not the actual person, but the character of Joan of Arc is public domain. Sherlock Holmes is oddly enough public domain.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if they changed it, but he was public domain for a time.
Wow.
Now Steamboat Willie's public domain, Winnie the Pooh and his team, Popeye. That's why we're getting all these weird ass horror movies because people are like, "Yo, let's grab these characters. What are we gonna do with them? Yeah, let's make them kill people because that's exactly what we've always wanted to see."
Yeah, that's what I grew up thinking my whole life. I swear to God, if the Silverhawks become murderers, I'm gonna be tight.
Dude, that movie's gonna be so bad that it's gonna be literal silver birds.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Dude, I watched this on the side note. I watched this woman do a short about what kind of style do you have compared to cartoon characters? And she was like, "Do you do the shirt with no pants like Winnie the Pooh, or the pants and no shirt like Patrick Star, whatever from SpongeBob, or all those combinations?" And then she brought up something that I didn't even think of because I just my brain never floated into this space. She's like, "There's a group of characters that are naked until they go to the beach." And she was like, Tom and Jerry run around with no clothes on
Oh shit, that's
until
right.
they
Yeah.
go to the beach. And then they put on
Oh
shorts.
dear, yeah.
She was like, Donald Duck runs around with no pants on until he goes to the beach.
Yeah,
And then he
most of
puts
the time
on
they,
shorts.
they in their cribs. You run around naked in their cribs. People be naked in their cribs. That's weird. I know. Trust me. But they home. Don't you? Where do you feel safe at home? Right?
Yeah.
They all hang out.
Like,
But you're right though. I never thought about that. That's absolutely correct.
Well, shit, Donald Duck wears the towel after he gets out the shower.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yo, like, this might not surprise you because you just said, where do you feel safe at home? When it comes to nudity and me, there is no safe place.
Copy that.
Maybe in the shower when I know the door is locked.
Even then, you might be skeptical, right?
Yeah, even
Might
then,
not
I
feel.
go in there with my gun, my knife, you know.
I feel you. Gotta go in there. Gotta go in there ready. Ready. Yo, for a long time, I would shower with a knife close to me. A weird thing about it. I'm just like, yo, just in case. Especially when I was alone in my house, I'd be on some. Gotta be ready.
Norman
There's
Bates.
nothing worse than finding somebody naked.
Yeah.
It has to be the worst thing ever. Balls out, just fighting for your life. Imagine that police report. So, how did it happen? Well, I came out the shower, I was slinging dick, and I killed the guy. Whatever, you were naked? Which part of slinging dick did you not catch? I came out of my shower soapy, by the way, and I managed to kill the guy. Why do
The
you think he
officer's
had
gonna be
soap
like,
on him?
the officer's gonna be like, what weapon did you use?
Oh, it wasn't a dick. It was a knife. I was just slinging because it was going everywhere. You're not listening to me.
Officer, you're not listening to me. I was nude in the shower. This man came in, and I penetrated him again and again and again until he bled, and he was dead.
Repeatedly. And it wasn't anal. Look at his chest. The most dangerous weapon wasn't even my knife, but that's what I used.
I just bludgeoned him to death. Just so.
Oh man, yeah. That's imagine that vulnerability. You just on some like, oh shit, and here we go. We gotta do that. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I never thought about that. They go to the beach clothed, but they're at home. They just ass naked. And Donald Duck with the towel is also interesting too.
Yeah.
It's a
She
weird-
also pointed out something that again, it goes unnoticed because it just makes sense in context.
Mhm.
But Porky Pig is drawn wearing nothing but a sports coat.
Mhm.
But inside the sports coat sleeve, you can see the cuff
Yeah.
of his shirt. A shirt that he's not wearing.
Yep. Man, it's just, man, that was weird.
Dude, there was something else. I forget what it was, but there was something that somebody told me about, like or somebody mentioned in a video about one of the Disney movies, like one of the tentpole Disney movies. And if you look at it from a certain angle, the entire thing flips to like something where you're like, wait a minute. My entire life, I thought this, but it was wrong.
Yeah.
I gotta find that one again.
1 second here.
Shit. But I mean, like we went a half hour over what we were supposed to do.
I mean, we got Lay in the building.
That's true.
He went from being here in spirit to being resurrected by Billy.
Word.
Down, down, down the road.
Down the road we go.
Yeah, there you go. They had that version. This is our version. Down the road again. We're traveling down the witch's road again.
Hmm.
Gonna get power back from my friend again. So we ending it
Yeah.
here?
I mean, yeah, we could do that. I was waiting for Lay to come back. Oh, there it goes. All right, Lay, we're gonna sign off. Just so you know. But yo, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Tomorrow, come back. We will be talking about the Tyson fight. We will also be we will be talking about the time Mike Tyson and Jake Paul stood in a boxing ring and told us how it would look if they fought. And also we will discuss the put to sleep, then kick technique in the UFC tomorrow at Knucklehead Sports, and then we're gonna be doing our full gear prediction on Thursday for the wrestling, and Friday we should be coming back with the Toe in the Show with Ray and Gigi show.
Oh, question. SummerSlam is also this weekend.
SummerSlam happened already.
Sorry, Survivor Series.
Survivor Series is next weekend. It's the 30th.
Oh, so it's not, okay. I thought it was good. I thought it was this weekend.
No, yeah, it's next Saturday.
All right, because I was like, damn, I was gonna miss it.
No, if it was this weekend, we would not be talking about full gear.
All right.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Lay. It is your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Peace, everybody.